Welcome back. Of course, we want to focus on a bit of politics, but of course we'll be looking at the general position now of Dagoretti North constituency. And of course, to tell us more about that is the Member of Parliament, that is Paul Simba Arati, who was a former councillor. Welcome to the Power Breakfast Show, Bwana Simba.
Thank you.
Very well. Of course, that transition from a councillor to a Member of Parliament now, how has that transition been?
Maybe you should start from earlier.
Oh, yeah. Before that.
Who are you?
Yes.
I'm Simba Arati.
Yes.
A Member of Parliament, the Great North.
Yes.
As you're asking,
What
before
you became a councillor, before
I became a councillor,
when you go to school?
before and after college, I did actually sales Mwiki in Niruruta satellite. Very promptly after 2007, therefore, I decided to go into politics. Where I won the elections, of course. Out of the outcome, I was kidnapped. That is 2007.
Kidnapped?
Yeah. For the 4 days, even when the chaos was in the country, I could not really know what was going on. I remember the fourth day when I being dropped at DOD in the morning, realizing that people they had actually gone around in mortuary, in hospitals, in police station, they could not find me. But then out of those circumstances, because it was a long story, what I did is that the party ODM then nominated me to the council. After actually they were involved. They were involved even in this, for my search for the 4 days. I remember for the 4 days under the ordeal of the hands of those guys who kidnapped me, they were providing milk and bread. And they asked where was my source of income because I didn't have money then. But then they picked what I had, and I suspect they were no thugs because the way they were behaving, in their way.
Who were they?
I don't know, but to my instincts, I supposedly it was a policeman.
Why? Why would the policeman kidnap you?
I don't know why. They could not, of course, they could not disclose.
What do you think yourself? What do you think happened?
No, I think the only thing, because the first announcement of election was in Dagoretti. That was the big Dagoretti. Where was John Kieri? We were supporting John Kieri against Mama Beth Mgo.
Yes.
And indeed, Kieri was on the lead. We stopped the announcement because we found that Kieri was not the one who had gone. Equally, I got that evening, the elections, the results of that evening, in the morning, they had already been changed. Therefore, we opposed the announcement for actually the full day. Therefore, that is the time that when we came in, actually when we were opposing and when we had locked out the returning officer, there is a clip in the media where guys were wielding pangas on the road and Ngong Road.
Yeah.
Out of when we were, when we were chased now behind Kenya Science, was the time actually when we were coming out of Adams, I was caught up with the team which bundled me into their vehicle and drove off.
And you don't know where you stayed?
I don't know. It's only in a room for the 4 days. I could not say where I was.
Anyway, after that you were nominated?
After that I was nominated into the council. For the 4 years, of course, I vied also for the mayoral, for anybody who was keen, which I was then defeated by George Alado to become the mayor. But out of that deal, after also it went south, we decided that the mayor was to be the mayor, I was to be the chairman of the General Purposes Committee. Therefore, we removed the powers of the mayor and we left the mayor as a ceremonial mayor because General Purposes Committee was dealing with all properties of the council and this city. Then I gave a trial into parliamentary. I got it. because I had started my campaign much earlier, like in 3 years before, in the constituency. Though it was big, it has not been divided then.
All right.
Yeah.
Of course, since you mentioned the ordeal that caught up with you, this very year you claimed that your life was in danger, and of course you were given armed security. How have things changed now?
I can tell you up to now, it's only hardly Tuesday. Actually,
just Tuesday last week?
Yeah. Top police officer, who happens to be my friend, called me. We sat down. He told me of the messages, given that he's in that top position that he has gotten. I've not said it out, but I have to say it out now. He told me, go slow. Go slow because, guys, they're not happy. The speed you're coming up with and the target is you. And they are not going to give anything unless you keep off. I keep off what? I believe I've
when he tells you to go slow, what do you understand that to mean?
Absolutely.
I didn't really understand, but then he told me the information in his office, what he has gotten, indeed, is that these guys, they're after me. And actually, even I was told, Simba, now you must leave your vehicle. You may be using different vehicles for your safety. Despite the fact that you have armed officers, but now you have to take a different direction on how you're operating in the city. Therefore, I was kind of, what do you mean? Yes, we have got information. And I want to be very blunt here, is that you're attacking the government so much. Where? On what? There is this land at Upper Hill, where AP used to be, and it was burned down. That is one of the land that I've said I'm going to protect because it's a public land. And the people involved, the people in the government who want to get that land.
Can you tell us the story about that land?
That land belongs to the government.
Where?
Opposite High Court. Milmani High Court.
Yes. Okay.
Opposite. There used to be AP camp there.
Yes.
With the timber.
Yes.
What happened?
That got burnt, yes.
Yeah, which would got burned down.
Yes.
That was only a game of burning it down. Actually, the people who are behind getting it, the people, I've said it openly in the public that land will protect it. Will by all means, it will remain public land. I'm told, and from some sources, that in the Kibaki regime, people wanted to get it, but the then minister could not allow.
But the burning was done during Moi time.
Yeah, no. They wanted to get the title,
yes.
Actually in Kibaki's time, but they could not. Now it's now that they know that they are ready. They can get that land. Apart from that, there are other lands in the constituency, which has actually, if you walk through Convent Drive, you get to Majmazuri Road. You connect to El Molo. In between, the road has been blocked. In around 2000, somebody went and built on the road, in the middle of the road, actually completely disconnecting both the other side. Now people have to go through James Gishuru. I was in a school meeting, that's last week. Parents confirmed to me they have lost their 3 kids in the main, on James Gishuru because of the blockage of that road, because of the busy route. Therefore, that's also, I went there, I told those guys, how comes that you are on the road? No, as we bought this, we have genuine papers. Told them, despite the fact that you have genuine papers, there is no way you can buy a house on the road. Therefore,
you can't buy a road.
You can't. And I told them, listen, guys, I'm not going to go to court. You're the people to go to court. We'll open it. You come to Lavington. There is a big building which has just come up.
Lavington Green Center.
Yeah. Behind the one of Lavington shopping mall now, which is coming up, he has deliberately, a service road, he has closed it. Therefore, I told them, guys, I'm going to open it. I'm not going to go to court. It's you guys to go to court. But we must open that road. Behind it. I don't know. I think that's where I've started. But then, and out of the elections, I'm a code member. I stood very firm. I was the one who led the prayers during petition time in Nairobi, coordinating members of parliament and bishops and pastors. I think that's where my problem started with the regime. And I cannot say that it's Uhuru, but it's those people who perceive that we are talking tough. Because even in parliament, I've stood firm. I'm one of the person. I'm in the committee of education. I've stood firm, and I've told them, instead of you guys providing milk for the children, teachers first. Let us employ teachers. If it's issues of employment, you're telling us you're going to employ around 20,000 youths who have IT knowledge. What of these teachers who have been trained? We have more unemployed teachers outside here. Therefore, that one I succeeded in my committee to convince my colleagues that we don't need to have milk. Equal the same case with laptops. You cannot tell us you're providing laptops, whereas we don't have even enough staff to teach the children in the usage of laptop. I hardly, actually, last week also I realized there are so many things coming up. I realized that of it, there is a letter from my own code member, the chief whip, has written to the committee of education that I must be removed from the committee of.
Your own chief whip?
My own chief whip. I'm kind of, what is that?
Who is the own chief whip?
Honorable Mingaro. Actually, I called him, asking him, Mheshimiwa, what happened? You have removed me from the committee of education, and we are supposed to be having actually two committees, departmental and house committee. The departmental is mandatory, and it's the only one I'm in education. Therefore, I don't know what is praying. What is propelling the other? I don't know, is the head propelling the tail or the tail propelling the head? I don't know where I've got a problem with these people, both in my cycles, all they could have been spoken to. But I've taken it up, and I've actually shared with the IG. IG was kind of, Simba, we know that we have not, with our intelligence, we have not, you have not conned anybody. I use my own resources in running my own business. And
you are alleged to have grabbed some land yourself?
No, there is no land. Actually, there is Jacaranda School.
Jacaranda workshop.
Which is not far from here, actually around 700 meters. In a meeting, actually I got a call from the management of the school. Mheshimiwa would need you to join with us in an executive meeting we have. And we discuss issues of the school. Therefore, I go in, they're kind of, Mheshimiwa, there's a workshop in the school. There is somebody running a workshop in the school, which who was the chairman then. And today we have a new chairman. And the wife is the one who's running the workshop. Would want to see how best we are going. We want to go to court to get the workshop back. Therefore, I was kind of, Jacaranda School is a special school for a disability case. You don't need even to move to court. Ask that guy to get out of the office, out of the workshop, and take it over. We agree with the chairman and the board that right the guy, the owner of now, the guy who was running the workshop is called Rogers, right to Rogers, ask him to hand over to the school. What Rogers does, he waits for the training to be done from the school. Then he gets those children, employs them. All these earrings which are sold in the market, they are produced from that school.
Earrings?
The earrings, yeah. And those, and actually what happens is that not in the country alone, they sell in the country. They sell it even in the US. Their main market is in the US. Therefore, I'm kind of, there is no return to the school. Rogers collects the money. Yes, he provides food for those kids who are working there and pays them little. But the whole money he uses in his own use. I'm kind of, no, the best thing, on Friday, give him today is on Wednesday, give him a notice. On Friday we meet here, he hands over the title. He's the one who has the title for the school, for the workshop. Let him hand over, and I'll be there to oversee the exercise. Therefore, he come on Friday, he goes around, he raises a false alarm that a member of parliament want to grab the school, the Jacaranda. There is no way you can come inside this studio. You want to, unless you want to steal a mic and walk away. I gave the old Rotarians Rotary because it's a donation from the Rotary Club to the school. They are kind of, we were told that people want to grab the workshop. Told that if you just come in to ask Rogers to hand over the workshop. I got a one media house, which was positioned there from 11, and I came in at around 4:30, waiting to see how the grabbing will be done. I was kind of, I've just come in the invitation of the school, and what we want is nothing else, is that this guy has to leave the workshop for the school management to run it, the kids to benefit from it. And actually, what I did is that we wanted to eject Rogers fiscally. But when I got his old men over there, I told me, guys, what happens is only prudent, the school to get the workshop back. We agreed in principle with the whole team there. Later on, just to realize in the media, they are saying Simba want to grab what? There's no land to be grabbed. It's our workshop, which actually has been funded by the Rotary and the well-wishers from outside. And it's in the school, not even outside the school, in one compound.
It's a separate title. The workshop was a separate title from the school title?
What happens is that Rogers registered a workshop as a company. But then, what amused me is that...
is Rogers a Kenyan citizen?
No, he's not. He's a South African guy. What amused me is that he was, it's a conflict of interest. He was the chairman then before because he happens to be an Rotarian. He takes in position because he's the one who was given the title for the school, the whole school. He takes it, he's not ready to give it in. Therefore, we don't know even what he's using the title for. Has he gone and acquired loan from the bank? Yeah. Because he was the chairman? What happens? Can you hand over the title of the school back to the management? The Ministry of Education and the Auditor General said the only way the school has to follow is that they must get the title and the workshop back to the school. Friday this week, we met there with the officials from the Ministry of Education, and they were categorical. They said, Mheshimiwa, by all means, the workshop has to revert back to the school.
Why is it impossible? Is Rogers, what is he?
Rogers...
I can just give...
I don't know.
Does he have any outside support?
The only support I've seen that he has is in the media. He must have bought his way into the media because the way... If you go to the social media, there are people commenting, and I believe they're from one media house, which have actually made a report to the city because what they were insinuating is that I'm intending to grab, I'm a grabber, and I'm kind of, let them... I believe there is something. He must be having some people.
Have you complained to the media council, or have you gone to the lawyers
what I've done is
seek
that
defamation?
No. What I've done is that I've made a report in CID headquarters, and they're following it up because all the messages, I believe most of them, they were being delivered from phones, and we wanted first of all to get who is who.
Yeah, because there was actually a concern from this Blogspot, Concerned Kenyan Blogspot. It was basically saying there was an incident that was reported recently where thugs were hired who went to the school using illegal tactics. They locked some of the stuff and the children up and damaged the workshop property. They intimidated the staff, hoping that they would leave the premises.
That's a lie. Up to Friday, actually today is on Monday, the only thing on Thursday, what happens, we got there, closed their school. They had actually closed it for 1 week. And immediately it came to, when I was calling, I had 5 meetings that day. Therefore, even I called the Honorable Shebesh Honorable Shibesha sent a personal assistant into our meeting because she was also interested, like another leader in Nairobi. We instructed in that meeting on Friday. We asked the head teacher, because they had already closed the school, and we didn't know the vet of the workshop. Could have they vandalized or what? We told her, what you do, get the locks, lock that place until these guys, when they come back. Then there will be only one gate of the main entrance of the school, not another gate. Close the other gate that they're using. And that gate was closed. They got a security team, which is now manning the school as we're talking. Therefore, anybody who else who want to get into the school, in the workshop, has to get it through the management of the school. And they have to report to the head teacher that they have come in and that they are doing anything in the workshop. Therefore, that's a lie. And the same blog, actually, that's where those is supporters. Roger's supporters. They're doing all manners. If you go through, you'll see insults that they've thrown to me.
So your trouble is because, maybe to understand, your trouble is because of crusading against land grabbing. That's why your security is threatened.
Precisely. I can tell you that when I was in college, I remember I've slept in industrial for 14 days for only agitating that people, they cannot get public land. And that is the time that we intercepted and fell some trees in Iruta into some guy who had built around the public land. Therefore, we were arrested on malicious damage, taken to industrial. I could not raise 40,000 then. I slept, actually myself and the children of the old women who were locked up in Australia. But after 14 days, then somebody came for our aid. I've not started now. If you go to J7 in Australia, then you will even see my name, Simba Arati, on the wall. Those guys, they've written. I'm saying that's the time that I started, not now. And I don't think that this cowardship threats from anybody will calm me down on making sure that we are not only in Lavington and Kilimani, even in Kawangware. I've said anybody who must have built on the road, who must have gotten a public land, we cannot, I don't have an office at the moment. Simply because we could not get a place, even to put a container. Parliament gives 42,000 for an office, and they give in quarterly form. But even deposits not there.
Did Mogo not have an office?
That one, actually, after the constituency was divided, it remained in the south. Therefore, we are running up and down to look for an office. There is no land, even if we were intending to build. Some guys, they've taken up the public land.
What about the Duralo Chiefs camp?
That's now, it's on south.
Oh, that's south?
That's south, yes.
Where would you put yours?
I'm looking in Kawangware. Actually, Kawangware this side. If I get a land, that's where I'm intending to see if I can use CDF money to build an office.
The questions coming here, in fact, one here says, this is not, it's not a question. I'm the director of Jacaranda Workshops. Call me with regard to all the untruth being told by Honorable Simba Arati.
Who is the director? Who is he? Johnny Gitonga happens to be the chairman of the POG. There is a lady headmistress. I don't think that is the director. How can we prove that is the director? I would want. Jacaranda is not far from here. It's 700 meters from here, just across the river. Walk there, let the media go there, establish the truth. Jacaranda actually falls under the Rotary Club, which has donated it to Jacaranda Special School. Yeah. I don't think that is the director.
Let me just...
Rotary Club cannot own a school. I mean, Rotary Club just support.
Yeah.
I'm a member of Rotary Club.
You are a member?
Yes.
You must be knowing then about the donation, which they did to...
Normally it would be Rotary International, but we have local chapters here.
Yeah.
So, probably they donated the running of the school. They can't run a school.
They donated actually to the ministry
Which minister?
Minister of Education.
Yes.
Yeah, because
It's a special school.
It's a special school for disability cases. Yeah.
Okay, just some responses here. Grace from Kileleshwa says, Honorable Arati, what are you doing about Kileleshwa Primary School field, which has been used as a dumping ground for soil excavated from the road construction in Kileleshwa?
I want to answer that one. I was there the other day, and the guys who are building the bypass here, they have been actually they agreed with the management of the school that ground was to be raised because of its swampy. And I saw they are levelizing it. Actually, the other day I saw it. I was there.
So they are improving it.
They are improving it. Actually, they're not only doing in Kileleshwa. They are doing actually even in Lavington's primary as well and secondary. And they have offered even to build some classes.
There's another one here from Peter says, Mheshimiwa, we worked for you during the election, and the party has not paid us yet. When are we going to be paid?
It's a problem of the party. Of course, I said, as I'm talking now, the other day I was being asked because the same media house that which was claiming that I've said I've been paid. I've not been paid. I paid, if we can bear witness, I paid using my own money, my agents. We had 312 agents whom I managed to pay my own money. But then I know there was a breakdown of activities from the party.
If you used to be a vegetable vendor, sukuma wiki, in Ruta, then become a councillor, where did you get the money?
That's a question every person is asking. Simba, where did you get the money?
Where did you get the money from?
I can say that I ran after actually college, and I didn't say this. I took 2 years in China.
Yes.
And indeed, we had started our business. My small money comes from the business we have, and be able to run even the campaigns that I did have.
You have a business in China?
I have a business in China.
Are you selling or buying from China?
We are doing leather products.
Yeah.
And we are doing fine leather from France.
Yes.
Where we make handbags, women handbags, as well, leather.
You are manufacturing in China?
In China.
Yeah.
In China, I have employees who are totaling to 300.
300 employees in China?
Yeah.
Chinese?
Chinese.
Yeah.
That have 13 countries that our products actually are supplied to. Therefore, it's not hard for me to get a little money to run. I've not gone thoroughly up now. It has not gone into my account, but I'm able. I was running a sukuma wiki exercise competition 2 weeks ago where I gave around 250,000. It's out of my small business that I'm running. Yeah.
All right. So perhaps just a final question here. At a time when the appointments committee said that they were satisfied with the qualifications of Joseph Olelenku, you were the only person with a dissenting voice. Explain that. I mean, every other person says this person is qualified, but then you stand aloof.
I want to, I didn't want to be part of the choir in Parliament because it has happened that in most of the cases, because even when the president has said, I have given you this flock, choose few from there, it has been like a choir.
But must you descend just for the sake of
not descending. Of course, Olelenku, given the background that he has been an Altarian.
Yes.
He didn't have an experience, of course, and other things. There is questions that we're asking. And I normally don't, many people ask why, but I ask why not. That's me, in most cases. When I, not only Olelenku, I've actually opposed even a number of those cabinet secretaries, only that it didn't come out. When there is evidence, even when there is communication from anti-corruption on some individuals that we have gotten there, Parliament just sing the song of yes. Therefore, I can't be part of the choir, which is it sings. All right. And the only thing touched me after the competition that we had of Skatkin Sukuma Wiki, actually the lady who won is a young lady who happened to have dropped to school in Form 2, and she went back to Kataskuma. Then when I was giving her 25,000, I said, Mheshimiwa, no, I don't want 25,000. Please, I want to go back to school. And she had dropped it for 2 years.
Wow.
That lady, now today, actually she was reporting to Lavington Secondary School because I said, I need to pay for her school fees until she finishes. She had the heart. It's only that she could not be able to. There is big problem in the community, which we need to be able to.
So what is your vision? What is your vision for that constituency?
Indeed, I'm writing a book, and it's a book which will be read by all, and it will be a book which will be read in this city, not the country, because I've already started with the Simba Arati Foundation, which is going to help the needy cases, despite the fact that we're going to be provided with the CDF money. I know you may talk of Kilimani, Lavington being part of my constituency, but there is a place called Kawangware, Kabiru, and Gatina, purely where people, they cannot afford even a meal. They cannot even go to hospital. Thanks to His Excellency to have done some good job in waiving the maternity fee. But then what I have for my constituency is now 3 months. I've already done my part. I'd promised I'll be able to get jobs for my 7,000 youths. So far I've gone 600, either locally or internationally.
Wow. Awesome, awesome. All right, so that's just about it. Talking to Honourable Simba Arati, Member of Parliament, Dagoretti North. We'll be right back.